If you asked me 2 years ago what kind of woman cheats, I would have told you it was someone selfish, someone careless, someone cold. Because when you truly love somebody, you don't betray them. At least, that's what I believed. And honestly, that's why this story still destroys me. Because I did love him. I really did. Daniel wasn't abusive. He wasn't toxic. He wasn't distant. He loved me in the purest way possible. And somehow, I still broke his heart. Not because I planned to. Not because I woke up one day wanting another man. It happened slowly. One conversation, one late night, one moment of weakness at a time. Until suddenly, I was living two different lives. One where I was the perfect girlfriend, and another where I became someone I barely recognized anymore. And the worst part, for a while, I thought I could keep both worlds from colliding. I thought secrets could stay hidden forever. I was wrong. My name is Elena Parker, and this is probably the hardest thing I've ever admitted out loud. I was 28 years old when I destroyed the best relationship of my life. The strange part is, if you saw us back then, you probably would have thought we were perfect together. And honestly, for a long time, we actually were. Daniel and I met when we were still young and trying to figure life out, back when we had no money, no luxury apartments, no expensive dinners, just dreams. We grew together slowly, and there's something beautiful about loving someone through every version of themselves. I watched him become successful, and he watched me become stronger. By 28, we both worked in real estate. Different companies, different offices, but similar lives. Busy schedules, meetings, stress, long work days. Still, we always found our way back to each other at night. Daniel was the kind of man who made life feel safe. And maybe people underestimate how rare that actually is. He remembered small things. The way I liked my coffee. The movies I secretly cried during. The fact that I hated thunderstorms even though I pretended not to. Sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night and find him still working on his laptop beside me. Exhausted. Half asleep. Trying to build a future for us. And God, that's what hurts the most now. Knowing how hard he loved me while I slowly drifted away emotionally. Because the truth is, nothing dramatic happened first. No huge fight. No betrayal. No toxicity. Just routine. And routine is dangerous because it arrives quietly. At some point, our conversations became predictable. Every Friday, same restaurant. Every Sunday, same coffee on the balcony. Every evening, the same tired conversations about work. And I started feeling guilty for wanting more excitement when Daniel had done absolutely nothing wrong. Have you ever felt emotionally restless for no reason? Like your life looks perfect from the outside, but inside, something feels asleep. That's exactly how I felt. And instead of communicating honestly, I stayed silent. That silence became the beginning of everything. Around that time, Daniel started talking more seriously about marriage. He showed me engagement rings once while we were laying in bed together. And instead of feeling excited, I felt panic. Real panic. Not because I didn't love him, but because a small part of me was terrified that this calm, predictable life was all my future would ever be. And then, Marcus walked into my office. And suddenly, my entire world shifted. Marcus Reed was the exact opposite of everything I was used to. And maybe that's why he affected me so quickly. The first thing I noticed about him wasn't even how attractive he was. It was his energy. He walked into rooms like life excited him. Like he wasn't carrying the same emotional exhaustion everyone else had. He laughed loudly, talked confidently, made jokes during meetings. And somehow, being around him made the office feel less gray. At first, I honestly thought it was harmless. Just attraction, just curiosity. But emotional affairs never begin with one huge decision. They begin with comfort. Small moments, tiny emotional openings. Coffee breaks turned into lunches. Lunches turned into long conversations after work. And somehow, Marcus became the person I looked forward to seeing every day. One evening, he invited me for drinks with coworkers. Most people left early. We didn't. We stayed for hours talking about relationships, childhood memories, dreams. I remember laughing so hard my stomach hurt. And I can't explain how strange that feeling was after months of emotional numbness. When he looked at me, I felt interesting again, beautiful again, alive again. That's dangerous, especially when someone at home already loves you, because eventually you start comparing feelings you should never compare. Daniel gave me peace. Marcus gave me adrenaline. Daniel felt safe. Marcus felt unpredictable. And slowly, I became addicted to that emotional high. Sometimes Marcus and I would drive around the city after work with music playing loudly while the streets were almost empty. Those nights felt unreal, like I was temporarily escaping my real life. But every time I came home afterward and saw Daniel sleeping peacefully beside me, the guilt would hit me immediately. I remember standing in the bathroom one night, staring at myself in the mirror, asking, "What are you doing?" But instead of stopping, I kept going. And the deeper I went, the harder it became to tell the truth. The worst part, Marcus still had no idea Daniel even existed. I hid my entire relationship from him. Pictures, stories, everything. And every lie made the next lie easier. That's how people lose themselves. Not instantly, little by little. The night everything changed didn't feel dramatic at first. That's the scary part. Sometimes life-changing mistakes happen quietly. It was raining heavily outside. Almost everyone had already gone home. Marcus and I stayed late, pretending to finish work. But honestly, neither of us was focused anymore. The tension between us had been building for weeks, maybe months. And deep down, I think we both knew it. I remember trying to act normal while my heart was racing for absolutely no reason. Or maybe there was a reason. Maybe my body already knew I was about to ruin everything. At one point, I told him softly, "You should probably go." But even while saying it, I wanted him to stay. Marcus walked closer to my desk slowly, and suddenly the entire room felt smaller, quieter, more dangerous. I wish I could tell you I stopped what happened next. I didn't. And after that night, nothing inside me felt the same anymore. Because emotional cheating allows denial. Physical betrayal destroys denial completely. Afterward, I drove home in complete silence. I still remember sitting inside my car, outside our apartment building, for almost 20 minutes, because I couldn't even look at myself. And then I walked upstairs, where Daniel was waiting for me, half asleep on the couch. He smiled when he saw me, asked if I wanted food, and I swear, I almost broke down crying right there, because guilt changes the way love feels. Suddenly, every kind gesture hurts. Every "I love you" hurts. Every kiss hurts. But somehow, I still couldn't let Marcus go. That's the part people never understand unless they've lived it themselves. Toxic emotions can become addictive. I started splitting myself into two different women. One version of me belonged to Daniel, the loyal girlfriend, the future wife, the safe version. The other version belonged to Marcus, impulsive, excited, passionate, and selfishly, I wanted to keep both versions alive. You can only hide two lives for so long before reality catches up with you. And honestly, I think Daniel already felt something changing long before he found proof. Men notice distance, too. Even quiet men. I stopped touching him the same way. Stopped answering calls sometimes. Stopped looking excited about our future. And no matter how carefully you lie, your energy changes when your heart belongs somewhere else. One night, I told Daniel I had extra work meetings. In reality, I was with Marcus again. Hours passed. My phone kept vibrating inside my purse. Daniel calling, again and again. I ignored every call, because in that moment, I wanted to stay inside my fantasy world a little longer. Around midnight, Marcus and I were standing near the office windows, talking and laughing quietly. And then I saw a car outside, Daniel's car. My entire body froze instantly. At first, I tried convincing myself it wasn't him, but then I saw him step outside slowly, and I'll never forget that feeling for the rest of my life. Pure panic. Not because I got caught, but because in that exact second, I realized how badly I had hurt someone who genuinely loved me. Daniel looked through the glass windows, and even though he couldn't hear us, he understood enough. Sometimes betrayal is visible without words. I ran downstairs, almost shaking. When I walked outside, he was standing there in silence. No screaming, no insults. Honestly, the silence was worse. "You lied to me," he said quietly, and hearing pain in his voice broke something inside me permanently. I cried immediately, tried explaining, tried apologizing, but what explanation even exists for betraying someone who trusted you completely? And then somehow things became even worse, because Marcus found out too. A few days later, he saw photos of Daniel and me together on social media. Years of memories, vacations, birthdays, anniversaries, an entire hidden life. He looked at me differently after that, like he suddenly realized he never truly knew me. "You used both of us," he said. And honestly, maybe he was right. Daniel left first. Marcus disappeared soon after. And suddenly, all the excitement that once felt intoxicating turned into emptiness. Real emptiness. I remember sitting alone in my apartment the first night after Daniel left. The silence felt unbearable. No messages, no laughter, no future plans, just me and my own choices. That's the thing nobody talks about when it comes to betrayal. People imagine excitement, passion, secret romance, but they never imagine the loneliness that comes afterward, especially when you become the reason your own life falls apart. For months, I replayed everything in my head constantly. Every lie, every decision, every warning sign I ignored. Sometimes I still think about the version of my life that could have existed if I had simply communicated honestly before things went too far. Maybe Daniel and I could have fixed things. Maybe not. But instead, I destroyed everything before even trying. And Marcus? I think part of me never truly loved him either. I loved how he made me feel free, wanted, alive, but excitement without honesty eventually becomes chaos. That's what I learned too late. I wanted comfort and passion at the same time, safety and danger, peace and excitement. And in the end, I lost both trying to keep both. So tell me honestly, if you were in my position, would you judge me? Or would you understand how easy it is for lonely people to make terrible decisions when someone suddenly makes them feel alive again? Because even now, I still don't fully know whether I was a bad person or simply a weak one. If this story made you feel something, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to Dark Whispers. Do you think Elena deserved to lose them both? Or do you think loneliness can make people destroy even the things they truly love?